All right, let's try this again. I just erased another one. I had the camera held the wrong way. Okay, so right now I'm gonna get the quad out of the trailer right here. So I gotta basically unlock this sucker. Try to do it while I'm holding the camera. Sorry. Can't edit it out. All right. Oh, there we go. Orientation. Let's go say hi. Hey, do you want to run the camera? I deleted that last one. Hey, everybody's here. We're gonna try to put the ceiling in this week, all right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
And we can, I mean, as much as you like bugs. Here, watch out, Ellie Bear. We're going to come back in a minute, okay? I'm gonna get the boom boom out of there. All right. That makes it easier to do it. Actually, you can turn the camera around here. Oh, somebody said hello. Hello. Here. Oh, you're on camera now. This is D2S.
No.
That's the one that should be on camera more. Oh, you want to turn it around?
Yeah, let's turn it.
Okay.
Yes. Let's do it.
I gave like a little early warning about two hours ago for live. So we'll see. So I'm gonna take the ATV out of here, and then I'm going to we're gonna go down and get some 3/8 plywood from the what hardware store. They have a whole bunch of it, and so we can put the ceiling in and seal it off from the bugs, which we haven't been able to seal it off since then.
Someone's watching from their boat on the west coast of Canada.
What? Hi, Canada. Hey. We're live. All right, here's the ATV. Ellie's gonna want to ride on this. You should ride on this now.
Yeah.
Go for a ride. We got a lot of weeds up here. Look at all this stuff. Anybody saying anything?
He said, "How's it going, eh?"
How's it going, eh? I have some relatives from BC.
Yeah.
Actually, my grandpa was a dual citizen. Don't tell anybody. Ask him if the forest fires are bad up there.
Yeah, how are those forest fires up in Canada? We have a lot of smoke up here from that.
Yeah, isn't BC where all the fires are?
That's where most of the smoke is coming from, I think. So what are you doing now? Just unhooking?
Yeah. I got a bunch of stuff in the way. So.
Kind of hard to hear. I'm gonna try to. Kind of hard to see you. There you go.
Kind of got this packed in here.
It's still really bad. The smoke is covering the west coast of Vancouver Island.
Oh, really?
That's too bad.
Yeah, it's pretty smoky here. It was smoky all the way down in Portland. It just cleared out.
Yeah, he says as far as Seattle. Yeah, it's in Portland too.
It's in Portland, yeah.
It started to clear as we were leaving.
Yeah, it started to clear up a little bit. It's pretty bad right now. It wasn't as bad yesterday out here, but Portland started to clear out a couple days ago. All right, I'm gonna start this thing up.
Yeah.
Something doesn't go right. It's having a little trouble. I wouldn't think I need the choke because it's so hot out, but
Want to know if there's any plans to live here full time? How much? Oh, it went away. I didn't see the rest of the questions.
oh, who was same people?
Yeah, same guy.
Any plans to live here? You have to answer that. I don't
Maybe
know.
not to live permanently in the cabin, but we would like to build a house up here
Yeah, at some point.
at some point. Yeah,
At
someday.
least for retirement,
Yeah.
right? I mean, we probably would put the house over here in this. There we go. I'll warm that thing up a little bit. It's weird how it's not running right. Different elevation. Alright. Cool. Yeah, we wouldn't live in this thing. This is pretty small. And I mean, we could for a little while, I guess. But that'd be the main reason we built this thing is so A, to enjoy it on vacation, and B, if we did decide to build, which we'd probably build, you want to show them this area right over here. It's kind of on a hill. We haven't really showed I mean, we've showed some of the property, but not like, you know, real tour.
Someone else says, have you looked into earth tubes for cooling?
That would be fun, because it's really hot. I looked into that old air conditioner. But yeah, earth tubes or something like we were just talking about, those, also the subterranean kind of cooling. But the earth tubes, I think, is where the cold air gets pulled underneath. Yes, darling?
Can you ride on Boom Boom?
Well, we can a little later. I just had to unload it. But see, we'd probably build over here. Isn't this what we're thinking over here?
Yeah.
Check this out. I'll show them this area right here. I'll carry you so you don't get the weeds. You want to go with us and look? I'm just going to go over here real quick.
No.
Oh, well, it's okay. Here. Oh, look at me.
Going for a little
Yeah.
walk.
I know it. You want to eat? What about you? No? No? You want to stand down here? Alright, it's kind of stressed. Yeah, we'll do it in a minute. Yeah, we're thinking, sorry we got the generator going over here. We're thinking is maybe putting the house right here and then, Ellie, stay over here, bunch. She wants to go ride in the ATV. Putting the house, because it's pretty level. It does drop off a little bit, but we're thinking about up here is like digging in a little bit because it's so hot and you know it's real extreme up here. So you got cold, really extreme cold and then really extreme hot. That's actually, for being this far north, it's pretty stinking hot. What do you think? I mean, it gets,
Yeah.
average summer is very low rain,
Yeah.
right? So we're used to a ton of rain, but I don't think Mrs. D2S likes the rain too much after a while.
No,
So
not
this
lots
is-
and lots. I like it a rainy day here and there.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, this is what we're thinking. So if you come over here, you can kind of see it. It's probably going to be hard to see on camera.
okay, I just have sandals on, so I don't
Yeah.
want to stick
This
my
is all
foot.
bedrock right here. This is like a big giant rock right here. So it's kind of, there's a lot of just rocks in this area. So it kind of slopes down. Can you see that kind of the angle? It's not real steep though, but I think what we could do is like dig down a bit and then put a slab and then have the house built up, and then ideally what you could do is
Oh,
have
this is Idaho.
Huh?
Someone asked what state.
Yeah, it's Idaho, yeah. So you'd basically be able to kind of dig down a little bit and kind of take advantage of the cooling underground, because it's pretty extreme. Like our cabin is above grade, and it just kind of, it doesn't stay very cool in the summer.
Yeah, that's right. Concrete blocks.
Yeah.
There's no foundation yet.
Yeah,
Someone else
pure
is
blocks.
asking
Yeah.
about that.
I showed, and I can do more. Some people were asking about like a more of a detailed look about the different parts of the cabin, how we built it, and I don't really know what to focus in on because I've built it, so to me it's just normal. But if you guys want to see something specific, like what kind of pier blocks they are or whatever, I can kind of show you. But this one would be a real foundation. We'd have to do a lot of excavating. It's pretty rough. So that's probably where we'd go. And if not there, because it is on a hill, there's a pad. We haven't really showed that, but there's a secondary pad. Like the original building pad was kind of down in the middle, right in the dead center of the property, isn't it?
Yeah, it's down.
And it's flat.
Yeah, there's like a
It's
hill
flat,
that goes
but-
down, and then there's a flat.
Yeah, it's flat, but this area has more of the view. You can't see it now because it's smoggy.
Yeah,
but,
it's just all smoke right
but
now.
this has the view. This is the highest point. So that's why we put the cabin up here, because it's such a small area. But as we were looking at it, we were thinking maybe we could use this, you know, tap into kind of where our little road is here, and then kind of take advantage of that. Plus, I think the way this timber exemption works is if you keep it within an acre, right? Isn't that the
I
idea?
think so.
If you keep your building, your development within an acre, you only get taxed for an acre. If you have more than 6 acres, and we got 10, so if you have 5, you're out of luck because they can't do an exemption on 5 or 4 acres or whatever. But yeah, basically, I don't know how that actually works. If it's like consecutive acreage, or if you develop like a little here, a little there. That's what we have to find out before we build. But the easiest spot to build, wouldn't it be down by that lower
How did you
area?
go about finding your land?
How did we find it? Well, here, let me tell you. Let's just tell that story.
Oh.
So Mrs. D2S is over here.
Oh no, we were just looking. We looked at
Yeah,
lots
she-
of
yeah, but
land
you- yeah, but you
around,
grew up
and
here.
I grew up here
kind of, what, near? We want to tell yeah.
in North Idaho.
North Idaho. Yeah, she grew up in the in the mountains. Her parents still live up here. They're over here today. And so we were looking for what, a couple years?
Yeah, we looked for a couple years at lots of different land. We tried to buy some south of here.
Yeah, we tried to buy some a couple
Yeah,
of
that
times.
didn't
Didn't we make a couple offers? We
Yeah,
got
made
beat.
some offers.
We got beat out by the Texans. That's what we always say. They came
Yeah.
in and offered cash and swept it out from under us. It was a good piece of property, but this one was better, I think. Don't you
Yeah,
think?
we were just up here and heard about this guy that was acquiring a whole bunch of land here, and he just needed to get rid of some really quickly so he could pay to put in some roads and stuff. And
But it was at the time. It was like
so-
right in the recession, so like
Yeah.
property wasn't worth anything, and you couldn't get a loan on it. And so we had some money saved up, and I think he thought we were some like developers at first. We're like, oh,
Yeah.
we got all this money. We're like,
yeah, we
look,
met
this
with
is
him privately.
yeah, privately. And we're like, no, this is it. Like, if you want to sell it, this is what you're gonna get for it. We're not gonna take out a loan. And so he agreed to it. No, actually, you're better at this. But this gets a good example.
You're telling the story, so we might as well.
I think we should film you more often. Actually, I don't. You can tell the angle. See, Mrs. D2S is standing up straight, and there's the slope. And you can tell it drops off pretty far over here. But yeah, I mean that's basically it. So you found it. Like we were about ready to give up.
Yeah, you were at first. You were like, I don't know.
I don't want to go up and look at
I
it
was like,
because
let's
we
just
saw a
go
lot
up.
of bad ones, right? I mean, we saw a lot of bad ones.
Yeah, we saw some.
Like,
it
pretty
looked really
rough.
good, and you'd get there, and there was like train tracks, like right, practically going through the middle of it, or.
Well, what these guys do when they advertise them is they show, no, that's a tool shed. It's nothing. Don't look at that. No, so what the trick of the realtor thing is they show you the nice, didn't they show you the nice view, you know, the one with the view in it?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go up and look, and it'd be like this post, you know, somewhere down the road
Yeah.
with like,
That wasn't really.
it was pretty fake. And then so it wasn't really the property that they would show. And so we had to sift through all that. We'd spend like hours driving out to see something cool, and then remember they wouldn't even mark it out, and then we'd call them, and they're like, I don't know, and
Yeah.
we ended up in some like camp.
The realtors that listed stuff didn't even know anything about.
No, the
property.
realtors
It
didn't
was
know a
terrible.
lot of times. They would just
Yeah.
tell you kind of where it was at.
Yeah, I think
They would
probably focused
nobody
on
ever
houses.
actually came out and showed us a property, did they?
Nope.
We just drove around, so
Yeah.
nobody would actually show us anything.
Yeah.
So we were about ready to give up. Actually, we were kind of just kicking back that day and doing some antique shopping, and then you spotted this place, and it looked. You're like, oh, it looks pretty nice,
Yeah.
like a nice wooded area and whatever. And
Even he tried to show us some property down
Yeah,
lower, closer
we-
to the
yeah,
road,
we-
and we were like, "What's up the
yeah,
hill?"
we were pointing. We're like at this hill. We're like, what's up there?
He's like,
He's like, I don't know, and he
all
didn't
right.
want. So we drove up, and it was pretty rough. I mean, the road wasn't in, so there was all just mud holes. Remember that, like really nasty mud.
Yeah.
There was no gravel. I think they had a little bit of just flattened out area where the because they logged it, you know, 20 years ago. 15 years ago. It wasn't even that long ago, actually. They logged it. And so, yeah, you basically came up. We hiked up. This is all like, so this road that you see right here, we actually had to put that in like 6 months later. So we had a dozer. He had a dozer. But if you look at it right here, this is how thick it was. Remember, we had to like hike through this.
There was a lot of trees up here.
Yeah, this whole area right here was just covered in brush and trees.
I think we were standing here up on this rock.
Yeah.
And this is the rest of all that was trees.
Yeah.
So this is where we were looking.
And you could see out. We knew there was going to be a view,
and
but
all these trees have grown up since then, but we need to cut those.
I cut down a lot of trees up here when we first got here. Now the other ones just grew faster. So when people say that you can't, that they're worried about cutting down trees, like
I remember
we've cut down a ton of trees.
Maddie she doesn't like that thing.
Maddie doesn't like ATVs. Ellie loves them.
The little one, yeah.
So yeah, you can't see any of the view today. It's all smoky.
Whatever this bush is down
Yeah, this is like a weird like shrub. What is this thing? It's a pretty cool little shrub.
I know what that is. It's been there since, just like that.
Somebody said that, does Idaho have bad drug problems? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think so.
We can in a little bit.
I'm sure it's just like anywhere, really.
I think rural communities
Not like
deal
the
with
city,
meth a lot,
yeah.
but the thing is yeah, it's probably we're used to being in the city where like our neighbors were drug dealers. Right? Isn't that true?
Like it is true.
I mean they when you talk about like drug problems, like that's kind of we were outside of Portland, and the whole place is built around drugs, I think.
It's very low crime of any kind around here, so
yeah, usually committed by out-of-towners. No, but it's true. There's just it's more rural, so there's just less stuff going on. Just less people in general. But I don't know. How do you guys like this? How do you guys like this live thing? Can you mill the timber for the home? That's a good question.
If we had a mill, we could.
Yeah, you could. I mean, we have a lot of red fir, so red fir is fine. Honestly, a lot of our timber isn't very big yet. I mean, like they logged it at maybe 15 years ago. I know they logged it a couple of times, so we're still dealing with things like this right here. Let me turn this around. You know, a lot of stuff that's kind of tiny, and then but I mean, there's a few big ones. Down the hill, there's more. That's a ponderosa right there, which isn't very good. They don't like those up here, so I'll have to cut that down eventually. They just consider those weeds. But we don't have a lot of huge timber yet. In 20 years, we're gonna have like huge amounts of timber, wouldn't you think?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, milling timber would be cool for a log cabin, but it's almost cheaper, honestly, to buy it because it's a logging. You know, there's a lot of logging up here, and so wood's pretty stinking cheap. I think.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to, right? I mean, it'd be fun to take some of these and.
That'd be cool. At least to build something with.
Mills are expensive though, and you're talking $40,000-$50,000 for a mill, but you could do it. You could make some stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I think we're gonna get to work here.
It's starting to get hot.
It's starting to get hot, and I can start to smell smoke. So we're gonna probably spend a lot of time indoors today. If you guys like this, he's driving it around. She's all excited. So if you guys like this live stuff, let us know.
Yeah.
I gave you a couple, like a early warning, advance. I want a wood miser really bad. Don't say that. Hey, thanks, Curtis.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want a wood miser. Hey, maybe you can get me a wood miser for my birthday, and I can just mill stuff for fun.
Okay.
Wood misers are great. The bandsaw style.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Those kind you just push the. You theoretically could. I mean, and the thing is, here's the other thing. I don't know if we've mentioned it, but like, your parents bought 10 acres next to us. So they actually have a lot of wood.
They
on
border
their property.
us, so we can use that too.
So we can use their timber as well if we need, and it needs to be cleared and thinned, so it's really super thick.
Theirs is very thick.
Very thick.
Yeah.
So yeah, theoretically we could probably build whatever we wanted up here. It's just we just don't have the time. If we were up here full time, then it'd be a different
Yeah.
deal. But
Yeah.
we literally come up here a couple times a year, or a few times a year, as
Yeah.
much as we can.
All we have is vacation
time. So I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm still working full time.
Otherwise, we'd be up here a lot.
Yeah.
If we had
Yeah.
a lot of free time like that.
But I mean, it's probably one of the. That's what I always look forward to.
Mhm.
Don't you feel freer when you're up here
Yep.
and more relaxed?
Yeah.
As much as I love the city. Yeah, you love the city too.
And it's normally really quiet, but there's somebody's running some machine over
Yeah,
there.
I got a
really
generator.
loud.
Oh, I got the Honda running behind us.
Some guy came up,
Yeah.
turned on some machine.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna get going. I'm gonna do some regular filming, and we're gonna put in the ceiling. That's the big project this week. We got a week to do it.
Yep.
I know the store down the road has a bunch of new boards in, so I can get those for good price, and we'll just try to bang that thing out quick. So then we can keep the bugs out, and then we can stay up here.
Yep.
For a long time.
Yeah.
All right. Talk to you guys later. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.